We've created a debate forum to tackle one of the most controversial questions of our time. Does pineapple belong on pizza? We've transformed advanced AI models into experts on food classification.
Hi, I'm Dr. Pineapple AI.
And I'm Chef No Pineapple AI.
For added excitement, we'll have an AI model ready to judge each round. Stick around to find out who wins. Get ready for round one. Is the inclusion of pineapple on pizza a legitimate expression of culinary creativity, or does it undermine traditional pizza values?
Pineapple on pizza is a legitimate expression of culinary creativity that reflects our evolving tastes and the blending of cultures. Food is an art form, and just as artists experiment with various materials and styles, chefs should feel free to experiment with flavor combinations. The combination of sweet and savory in a Hawaiian pizza creates a unique culinary experience that challenges our traditional notions of what pizza should be. Embracing diverse toppings like pineapple opens the door to innovation and invites people to enjoy food in new ways. So why limit ourselves to old traditions when we can celebrate the creativity of modern cuisine?
While I appreciate the argument for culinary creativity, I believe that adding pineapple to pizza undermines the traditional values that make pizza an iconic dish. Pizza has deep roots in Italian culture, where the focus is on quality ingredients and simple combinations that enhance the flavors of the dough, sauce, and cheese. Pineapple introduces a sweetness that clashes with the savory profile of pizza, leading to a confusing flavor experience. It's essential to honor the traditions that have made pizza beloved worldwide. When we stray too far from these roots, we risk diluting the essence of what makes pizza special.
But traditions evolve over time. Think about how many pizza varieties we have today, from pepperoni to barbecue chicken. Each new topping reflects cultural shifts and personal preferences. If we look at culinary history, we see that innovation has always been part of food culture. Dismissing pineapple simply because it doesn't align with traditional Italian pizza ignores the global nature of food today. People enjoy diverse flavors, and pineapple adds a refreshing twist that many find delightful. Shouldn't our choices reflect our tastes rather than strictly adhere to tradition?
While culinary evolution is important, we should not disregard the foundational elements that define a dish. Pizza is not just about personal preference, it's about respecting the craft and the heritage behind it. The balance of flavors in traditional pizza is intentional, and adding pineapple disrupts that balance. Plus, there are countless delicious toppings that complement the classic flavors without introducing an overly sweet element. Instead of pushing for controversial combinations, we should appreciate and celebrate the original craft that pizza embodies.
Respecting culinary heritage does not mean we cannot explore new flavors. Culinary creativity is about pushing boundaries and discovering unexpected combinations that can enhance our dining experience. Many people enjoy the contrast of flavors that pineapple brings to pizza. It can create a unique harmony that surprises and delights the palate. Ultimately, food is subjective, and what works for one person may not work for another. The joy of food comes from trying new things and finding what resonates with us personally. Shouldn't we embrace diversity in our culinary choices rather than limiting ourselves?
Embracing diversity is indeed valuable, but there's a difference between creative experimentation and altering the identity of a beloved dish. Pizza is a global icon, and with that comes an expectation of how it should taste. While people are free to choose their toppings, we should encourage appreciation for the traditional flavors that define pizza. There are many other culinary creations where sweet and savory can coexist without infringing on a dish's identity. The argument for creativity shouldn't overshadow the respect we owe to traditional cuisine.
Our ChatGPT AI judge will now score the argument out of 50 based on their own criteria. But before we find out the scores, let us know whether you are pro or anti-pineapple on pizza in the comments.
Pineapple?
So much for that.
The pro-pineapple debater begins with a compelling argument, asserting that pineapple on pizza reflects culinary creativity and evolving tastes. They effectively connect the concept of food as an art form with the joy of personal choice, reinforcing their stance. Their conclusion emphasizes the joy of trying new things, but a more impactful final statement could strengthen their overall impact, resulting in a score of 42. The anti-pineapple debater presents a strong claim that adding pineapple undermines the traditional values of pizza. This argument is clearly articulated and provides a solid foundation. Their conclusion underscores the significance of respecting traditional flavors, but a sharper closing could make their argument more impactful, leading to a score of 40. After round 1, the scores are pro-pineapple, 42 points, anti-pineapple, 40 points. With the scores in, let's see what the debaters have to say about the next question. Does the popularity of pineapple on pizza indicate a shift in societal norms regarding food, or is it simply a passing trend?
The popularity of pineapple on pizza indeed signifies a shift in societal norms regarding food. Today, people are more adventurous with their culinary choices and open to experimenting with diverse flavors from different cultures. The blending of sweet and savory is not only appealing, but also reflects a broader acceptance of fusion cuisine. This trend indicates that society is moving away from rigid definitions of traditional foods and embracing creativity in the kitchen. The rise of food blogs, social media, and culinary shows has further encouraged people to try unconventional combinations, making pineapple on pizza more than just a passing fad. It represents an evolving food culture that celebrates diversity.
While I acknowledge that food trends can reflect changing societal norms, I argue that the popularity of pineapple on pizza may indeed be more of a passing trend than a fundamental shift. Trends in food often come and go, influenced by marketing and novelty, rather than a genuine appreciation for culinary integrity. While some people may enjoy the combination, it does not change the core principles that define pizza. The passion for traditional flavors runs deep, and many culinary enthusiasts are likely to return to these roots over time. We must be cautious about conflating trends with lasting change. Just because something is popular doesn't mean it should redefine established dishes.
However, dismissing pineapple on pizza as a mere trend overlooks the lasting impact of culinary fusion. The globalization of food has opened our palates to new experiences, and many people are now seeking out these combinations regularly. The fact that pineapple on pizza has endured for decades and continues to find a place on menus around the world suggests it has become a recognized option rather than just a fleeting novelty. Food is about exploration, and the willingness of people to embrace unique flavors speaks to a broader acceptance of diversity in cuisine, which is likely here to stay.
While I appreciate the notion of culinary exploration, we must remember that not every trend becomes a permanent fixture. Just because something has endured does not mean it has a rightful place among the classics. Many food trends that gain popularity have faded over time as people return to traditional flavors that hold sentimental value and cultural significance. Pizza, with its rich history and established recipes, deserves to be honored in its classic form. If society continues to blur the lines of culinary tradition, we risk losing the identity of iconic dishes. The ongoing debate around pineapple on pizza illustrates the tension between innovation and tradition in our food culture.
Nonetheless, innovation and tradition can coexist harmoniously in the culinary world. Just as classic dishes evolve with the times, so too can pizza adapt to contemporary tastes. The inclusion of pineapple is just one example of how food can serve as a canvas for creativity and personal expression. Celebrating diverse flavors does not diminish the essence of pizza. Rather, it enriches our culinary landscape. Embracing new ideas while respecting tradition allows for a more inclusive approach to food, where everyone can find something they enjoy. The ongoing popularity of pineapple on pizza reflects this inclusivity and the excitement of culinary experimentation.
Both teams presented strong arguments. Let's see what our judge thinks. The score of this round will be added to each debater's total points. The pro-pineapple debater emphasizes the blending of flavors and the acceptance of fusion cuisine, which adds depth to their argument. They effectively connect the trend to broader changes in food culture, reinforcing their position, though a more detailed exploration of specific examples could enhance their position, resulting in a score of 44. The anti-pineapple debater presents a compelling claim that the popularity of pineapple on pizza may be a passing trend rather than a significant change in culinary norms. However, they could enhance their position by addressing the positive aspects of culinary innovation more directly. Their conclusion emphasizes the value of honoring tradition, leading to a score of 40. After 2 rounds, the pro-pineapple debater has accumulated a total of 86 points, while the anti-pineapple debater stands at 80 points. Now that we've reviewed the scores, it's time to move on to our next topic. Should culinary traditions be preserved at all costs, or is it acceptable to adapt and innovate recipes over time?
Culinary traditions should not be preserved at all costs. Instead, it is essential to adapt and innovate recipes over time. Food is a living expression of culture, and like any art form, it evolves with societal changes, ingredient availability, and individual creativity. Embracing innovation allows chefs to explore new flavors and techniques, leading to exciting culinary discoveries. For instance, the introduction of new ingredients like pineapple into traditional dishes, such as pizza, reflects cultural exchanges and global influences that enrich our food landscape. By allowing adaptation and creativity, we foster a more dynamic and inclusive culinary culture that celebrates diversity.
While I appreciate the argument for innovation, we must consider the value of preserving culinary traditions. Recipes passed down through generations represent cultural heritage and identity. They embody the history and stories of communities. When we prioritize adaptation over preservation, we risk losing the essence of these traditional dishes, which have been perfected over time. Each recipe carries unique techniques and flavors that define its cultural significance. Instead of adapting at all costs, we should find ways to innovate that respect and honor those traditions rather than completely transforming them.
However, preserving culinary traditions does not mean we should stagnate or resist change. Many beloved dishes have already undergone transformations over time, often due to cultural exchanges and the introduction of new ingredients. Consider how regional variations of classic recipes develop. They reflect the environment, climate, and available resources. Just as cultures adapt and grow, so should their cuisines. Celebrating innovation alongside tradition can lead to exciting culinary experiences that resonate with contemporary palates while still paying homage to their roots. Adaptation is a natural and necessary part of culinary evolution.
Yet if we embrace unchecked adaptation, we run the risk of losing the cultural integrity that defines traditional dishes. The essence of recipes often lies in the specific techniques and ingredients that have made them beloved over generations. While some innovation can be beneficial, it should be approached with caution. We should prioritize finding balance, incorporating new ideas while ensuring that the foundational elements of traditional dishes remain intact. The identity of a cuisine is deeply tied to its history, and we must safeguard that history from being overshadowed by the latest trends or fads.
I understand your concern, but history itself is fluid. Many culinary traditions are born out of necessity and adaptation. If we look closely, we see that many iconic dishes have evolved significantly over time and have been influenced by various cultures. This adaptability is what keeps cuisine relevant and exciting. Rather than seeing adaptation as a threat, we should embrace it as an opportunity for growth and innovation. Preserving the spirit of culinary traditions while allowing for creativity encourages a richer, more vibrant food culture. Ultimately, food is meant to be enjoyed and shared, and that enjoyment comes from being open to new ideas and flavors.
For the last time, we'll have our judge score the arguments, and we'll soon know the winner of today's debate. The pro-pineapple debater begins with a strong argument that culinary traditions should evolve rather than be preserved at all costs. They effectively connect the idea of innovation to the richness of culinary experiences, reinforcing their position. Their conclusion emphasizes the importance of celebrating diversity in cuisine, resulting in a score of 43. The anti-pineapple debater presents a compelling claim that culinary traditions should be preserved to honor cultural heritage. They support their position by emphasizing the historical significance of recipes and the techniques that define them. Their conclusion underscores the importance of honoring culinary history, leading to a score of 40. After 3 rounds, the pro-pineapple debater demonstrated consistently strong arguments by focusing on the importance of culinary creativity and the evolution of food culture, making their points relatable and relevant to contemporary dining experiences. The pro-pineapple debater successfully engaged with the anti-pineapple's traditionalist views. Ultimately, the pro-pineapple's emphasis on embracing diversity in cuisine and their well-articulated arguments led to a slight lead in the debate rounds. At the end of this debate, the pro-pineapple has accumulated a total of 129 points, while the anti-pineapple stands at 120 points. Let us know which side you think made the stronger case and why. Every insight adds depth to the discussion. Subscribe for more engaging discussions.